Alright, so now we're going to take the cutter head off. And the way to do that is you've got 4 bolts right here. Or, I'm sorry, yeah, 4 bolts and screws right here, and then you've got this, I don't know what you call this, is a retainer collar, I guess. And this collar has got this another Allen screw right here. Now it has an empty one too. I don't know, mine doesn't have anything in this one. It's there, but it's empty. And this other one here. Now this was the hardest part to get off of this thing. The first one I basically had to pry it with a screwdriver, and I marked up the inside of it a bit. And then when I finally got this part off, I had to take the other side, and I had to take a torch to it to just heat up this collar a bit so it would come off, because there was just so much gunk built up on the inside of this thing, it would not come off. But I'm going to make it look real easy because I've already done this once, so you don't get to see my pain. But if you have one of these that has sat up for a while that you're restoring or you're trying to get back functional, this collar right here is really tough to get off. So, but you got to be easy with it because the bearing is directly behind it inside these two, I don't know what you call these, 2 pieces of metal, and the bearing is sandwiched between them. But the bearing is right behind here, so if you pry this with a screwdriver too much, you'll mess the bearing up. So be real easy with this. Let's see. Yeah, you have to go get a smaller Allen screw for that. Alright, so we're going to loosen this up. Now see, that makes it look so easy. It just comes off like that. It was not that simple. I can't stress enough how. See, I don't know if you can see that or not. Let's see if I can show you. Camera focus on it. You see all these little markings right here? This is where I had to pry that thing off with a screwdriver to get it off. This thing, it took me an hour to get one of these things off, and it was really tough. And the other one, once I get this cutter head out of here, I had to put heat to the other one to get it off. So I can't get over how easy it is now that I've cleaned it. I cleaned the inside of this thing out, and I also cleaned this shaft right here to make sure that I'd be able to get this thing off easy again. But this was a booger to get off. Let's go to the other side. I'll take that other one off. Same deal. There's the channel, and there's that collar right there, and it's got 2 again. Let me show you up close. See, it has 1 hole right here, and in mine there's nothing in that. And this one's just that single screw, and this goes to the inside. Just remember, the indented side goes to the inside. See how it's almost flush right here? That goes to the outside. So if this one went over here, it would go this way. So, but on the other side, it goes this way. Now we're going to take this off. You know, I just thought about it. I'm going to leave this on because I had to take this thing off with this thing stuck. So I'm going to show you how I took this off if this one was stuck. I'm going to, you know, I'll tighten that back. I'll show you what I did. Because you can take the whole thing, the cutter head off with this one still in place. That's what we'll do. So first I'm going to take these 4 nuts off this cutter head so I can get this thing off. Half-inch wrench. Just take them off. Come on. I got them. I tighten them pretty good. Now you don't need a something to hold the other side of this because it's got a square. It fits into a square spot, so there's nothing under here that's going to hold this out of the way. Now you've got a switch here on this side. This is your on-off switch. I probably should have taken that off first. Basically, if the hood is not down, this switch stops it from turning off. Let's take that off now. It's just got these 2 little nuts right here holding that. Go get one. There we go. This is a 5/16. Oh, these are little bitty, so try not to lose them. Now these, they just push in, and there's a plastic housing over here that they push through because it goes through this plastic housing, through this piece of metal, and the nuts fit on this side. So these, see, they just pull right out. And really, see, it's just in this piece of plastic that's wired in here. There they are. And this, you don't have to unwire this thing. It's just a switch, and this is just a plastic cover for it. So you can just move this, set this plastic cover to the side. And here's your switch right here. This is just the switch that the hood pushes down onto. It's a kind of it's a safety switch. And let me move the camera over here so you can see. Right here, there's another screw that's a grounding screw. Now, when this was originally installed, this wire was over here. It was in the way. So I'd loosen this and just move this wire out of the way. As long as this wire goes around this rolling shaft right here, see how I've got it up and over, it won't be in the way. So you may have to loosen this and turn this wire out of your way. Since I've got this maneuvered out of the way, or arranged out of the way, it'll be just fine. Let's go back to that cutter head out. I'm going to take these two out first. See if I can do this where you can see. My fingers won't be in the way. It just comes right out. Now this bolt, it just pushes right out. I don't know how well you can see that. It just pushes right out of this thing right here. Now if you'll see this bolt, it's just got these little square threads, and it fits into this square. There's a square hole right here that it fits into. It just goes from the outside in, and the nut goes on the outside of it. So we'll just set this, put this back on here, set this aside. We'll do the same thing to the other side. Now we're going to take these two out as well. And you see how this wants to move? Because I've already taken this other collar off here. So this is a little loose. And since we didn't take that collar off, this one is still tight. Mostly tight. Oh, that's good. Anyway, let's take this off. I'm getting ahead of myself. Now you got to pay attention to how these go on there because it matters. But the way this goes is you've got two of these with a bearing sandwiched in between on this side, and two of them over here sandwiched on this side. Now, I haven't taken this collar off on this side yet because we're pretending it's stuck, because for me it was. So what you can do is you can take these, you can lift this cutter head up, it's loose now, and these will pull out. And that bearing is sandwiched in between here. Be careful of that bearing. Don't drop it or whatnot. You don't want to get it dirty. You want to take care of it. So I'm going to lift this cutter head up, and I'm going to slide these two things and the bearing off of this side of this shaft. Now, you got to pay attention to the orientation of this thing. This is the bearing right here. And these two pieces here, it goes like this on this side. See this flat spot right here? That's the top. And this bearing has a, I don't know what you call it, thing that sticks out. This goes to the outside, like this. At least that's how mine was put together. So I'm gonna leave this just like this. I'm gonna set it aside. It goes like this on this side. And then now this cutter head, you should be able to just pick it up and lift the side up and take the whole thing out. There's one of those pieces. Turn it a little bit, turn this up. Now this would be a lot easier if I took this collar off, but again, I had a lot of trouble getting this collar off at first, so that's what I'm pretending is we're having the same problem. So you just got to kind of lift it, maneuver it out of there as best you can. So now you got your cutter head loose, you got your troublesome collar. Now the way I got this off, the way I got this collar off was I went and I put it in my bench vise and I put some heat just to this collar right here, and I heated it up. And once it was hot, just this, not this piece here, it just slid right off, and I got to clean this thing. But it was stuck really good for me when I first took this thing apart. Let's see if we can get that out of there. And I just can't stress enough how easy this looks now. See how it's just all nice and loose. See those little thread markings right there? I had a heck of a time getting this thing off. Here's my bearing. And there's the other aluminum piece, or I don't know if it's aluminum or whatever it is. So we'll set these to the side. Now we're going to take these rollers out. This is what we did all this for to begin with. I'm going to move the camera a bit so you can see the side of these things. All you have to do to take these rollers out is each side has a plate like this right here. It's got these two flathead screws. If you take this plate off, this roller will come right out. And the other side has one over here. It's not on this side, it's over here. So if I just take these out, this thing will just come right out. I'll show you. So let's loosen this. You see how that roller wants to come out? It's just that easy. Now what you can do is this whole thing slides off of this roller right here. This whole thing slides off, so you don't even have to take it apart. You can leave it just like this. This is the tighter this is, the harder these rollers push down on your wood as you push it through. And according to the manual, you shouldn't have to push that piece of wood through the planer very hard. It should just want to take it. You shouldn't have to shove on it very hard. So if you're having to push really hard, loosen these on all four sides, and it'll make it easier to push through, and it should grab your board. Mine is slipping. That's why I'm replacing my rollers. When it tries to feed a piece of wood through, it stops and it hesitates. It's because these rollers are worn out. On this other side, since this side is loose, this side it just comes right through. Just pull it right on through, like so. And we're just going to leave that one right there. There's no reason to take it out because I've got my roller. This is what I wanted. Now let's move to the other side. We'll do the same thing. We got a screw here. Now this one's a little different. It's got this little springy thing on it attached to that right there. Let me shine a flashlight on it so you can kind of see it. You see, all you got to do is just kind of loosen this little screw right here, this little nut. You don't have to loosen it all the way, just enough to slide this piece of metal out. This one we're going to take out all the way. But it's the same deal. You just loosen that plate and that roller will just come right on out. Now I'm just going to go get me an adjustable wrench just to loosen this a little bit so I can slide this piece out. You don't have to take it out all the way, just enough to get this metal piece loose. See how it wants to loosen already? And it's got this little spring right here, and it just clips right here under the outside of this. And all you have to do is just get you some needle nose pliers and put that back in place once you put this back together. And I'm not even going to take this all the way out, just enough to this thing out of here. I might have to take it out all the way. I guess I'm going to have to. That's no big deal. Once this comes out, this thing just pulls right off like that. Try not to loosen this because this goes to this guard thingy, which I'm not going to take out. I'm going to leave this in place. That just pulls right on out. Let's put that back. We don't need to take this one out, so we'll just put it back in place. We'll just leave it right here, just like we did the other side. This one's giving me some trouble. It doesn't want to come off that shaft. So just convince it. Just twist it a little bit. There we go. This is the old roller here. You see how it's kind of chewed up. This one's actually not bad. The other one, which is the infeed roller, again, it's the same part. And it also has these little metal collars here. Don't lose these. Make sure you put these on the new one. This one's not so bad, but the new one, the other one was pretty chewed up. We're going to just replace them both.